What's up, everybody? Welcome to Madison, Tennessee Top 8. On our left, we have Koushiro. That is his YouTube name. His real name is Nicholas. I'm not sure his last name. It could be Nicholas Koushiro for all I know. And on the right, we have Aaron Tarbell. I think I want to say Tarbell, but I think it's Tarbell. For those who don't know, Aaron is from the Indiana area. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna call him Kooper. That seems easier than everything else. It's like Koushiro is his name. But on the left we have a Clink deck, and on the right we have a Manectric Seismatoad deck. But as you see, Kooper is playing. I'm just gonna call him Nick. There we go. I'm just gonna call him Nick. That'd be easier. So as you see, Nick is playing Evisol on his list, which is kind of different. I don't know, his list is very interesting. We'll see it as we go on through the match and see what it's like. But you see, Aaron did start with Jirachi. Always hurts. I mean, you put him in your deck. He's always, good to get if you can get him out, or he's always good to have if you can get him out at the right times. But starting with him is never what you want. Maybe Aaron plays AZ. I'm like 100% he doesn't. I think it's close to what we saw in the top 4 in the finals against Travis. I think their lists are very similar. So, alright, as we see, Nick, he Junipers away a Metal Energy, Floatstone, Bronzong, and a VS Seeker. And that's a Steel Shelter in the stadium spot. For those who don't know, Steel Shelter makes it where Steel Pokemon can't have any, can't be affected by special conditions. So, here's the Aaron's turn. He starts with a Manectric, or he drops a Manectric, attached to Lightning, Switch, and Lasers. So for weakness, it does 40, and then plus the poison does 10. So okay, so on to Nick's turn. He needs to start getting Bronzors down. As you see in his hand, he also plays Shadow Circle, which is kind of interesting. It makes him have like a good match against Pyroar. He kind of just, because Pyroar doesn't play any stadiums anymore. If he just has like a Rainbow or Dark Energy attached to a Metal Pokemon, they can't be really knocked out by they can't be knocked out by Power. Sorry, by Fire Pokemon. Sorry, I was listening to Aaron. So as you saw, Aaron didn't play any supporters, so Nick's trying to debate what to do with his hand. I see it in. Does he really want to play it? So I mean, he could Verse Seeker for the Juniper if he needs to, but then he's kind of down a lot of supporters. So here we just see an N from Nick. For those who don't know, Nick, like I said earlier, does have a YouTube channel. It's Koushiro. I think I probably butchering the last name really, really bad. I'll have his link to his channel down below. He plays the VGC a lot. He does like Let's Plays with the games and stuff. I'm not really big into the games. I do play sometimes, but I mostly stick with the trading card game, as everybody can tell. Here we say in, it shuffles each player's hands into the deck and draws as many prize cards as you have left. So here we see Nick does get a Bronzor, which is pretty nice because you need to start getting Bronzongs. And for those who don't know, Bronzongs has the ability Metal Links, which makes it where your opponent grabs a Metal Energy, or you grab a Metal Energy from your discard pile and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. So we see here Nick doesn't really have anything. Debating whether to attach the Metal Energy to the Evital or not. We see that Aaron's kind of antsy, trying to push Nick. Keeps waving his fingers at him. Well, come on, Aaron. It's best 2 out of 3, 75 minutes. We got plenty of time to play some games. So we see a Lightning Energy go into an active, bench a Manectric EX, and he Ultra Balls, I think, a Juniper and a Headringer. For those who know, Headringer, when you attach to opponent's EX Pokemon and make it where they have to pay 1 more energy to attach, 1 more color's energy to attach. And he gets the Seismatoad EX off the Ultra Ball, and then he Junipers, or not really sure which one he plays. For those who don't know, Juniper, he plays Juniper obviously. Juniper, discard your hand and draw 7. And and use Manectric EX's second attack, Assault Laser. It does 60 damage plus 60 more if the opponent has a tool attached to it. And then Evital EX is also weak to lightning, so it did 240 knocking out that Evital EX. So right now Nick's in a pretty bad predicament. He needs at least get Ultra Ball. Needs to get some kind of metal Pokemon out and play. Just any kind of Pokemon play. Because if not, this Manectric EX is going to do 60 damage to this Bronzor. It only has 50 HP if I remember correctly. So we'll see what happens. Can he draw into another Pokemon? Let's hope he can. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said earlier, and shuffle your hand into your deck. Draws any prize cards you have left. So we see he gets another Bronzor. Not really what he needs. I mean, at least he's got a Pokemon to still keep it alive. Alright, let's see. He has, I think I see 2 Lysanders, Muscle Band, and a Steel Energy. So we just see another pass from Nick. Not running what he wants. He's not running what he wants to do. Or not getting what he needs. So here we see a Laser. The flip doesn't matter. He's going to knock it out either way. The Soul Laser. Here we see a Juniper. Discard your hand and draw 7. Aaron's just running through his deck real fast. Let's see here. Does anyone want to put down anything? So he attaches a Muscle Band to Seismatoad. Muscle Band gives your opponent, it gives your active Pokemon 20 more damage, not HP. So usually Quaker Punch only does 30, which is Seismatoad's first attack. But then with the Muscle Band does 20 more, so it does 50. So here we see Aaron just do Assault Laser for 60, knock out the Bronzor. So Nick doesn't really have anything. He has 2 Lysander, Muscle Band, and a Metal Energy. Sorry, listen to Aaron talk. Aaron's freaking out. He really wants to win. I don't think at this moment Aaron has won a city, so I could be wrong. I'm not really sure on Nick. I haven't really kept up to him, or kept up what he has done in city so far. I know Aaron's, for the past 3 days, he has made cut at the Tennessee Marathon. For those who don't know, this is day 3 of the marathon. So here we see Nick gets a Kamali EX. He gets a Metal Energy too, so if he wants to, he could retreat and Righteous Edge, which is his first attack, does 30 damage, and you discard a special energy attached to the opponent's active. But there's no special energies attached, so it's just going to do straight 30. Oh, and it's still resistant. That's okay. Manectric EX is still resistant, so it does minus 20. So the Kamali EX only does 10 damage there. There's the Verbank. Counter the Shadow Circle. Attach a Muscle Band to Manectric EX. Now if Aaron can get a Head Ringer on that Kamali EX and a Laser, I think he can knock it out. It might have 180 HP. These metal Pokemon usually have like 180. Makes the math kind of weird. I'll try to look it up real quick while I can, while Aaron's taking his turn. Let's see here. Kamalion EX. Let's see. It has 180 HP. So yeah, even with a Laser and a Head Ringer, it still doesn't knock out him. So here we see Aaron is Ultra Balling away a Drifblim and a Seismatoad. Now for those who know, if you didn't watch the last game, or the last series, Drifblim makes it where your opponent... Oh, never mind, he's not going to play the Drifblim live. But Drifblim makes it where your opponent does... Or you do 50 times 50... Or you do 50 damage for each special energy in the discard. Sorry, my words are getting mixed up together. So there we see a Head Ring on the Kamali EX. Aaron, you gotta play a Juniper this turn, you can't play another one. So we see a Laser. So the Kamali EX is asleep. And we see Assault Laser for 170 damage. Now maybe Nick can top deck a Juniper or something. Alright, let's see. So it does stay asleep. Oh no, it stays awake. Sorry, I couldn't tell what was going on there. Oh, we see a computer search. How much kind of stinks that he can't even retreat. And Kamali EX does have a 2 retreat cost. I'm looking at the thing right now. So we see the Kamali EX die. And we see an Assault Laser for knockout. Does that Bronzor have lightning resistance? Hold on, let me check. Because every time he keeps dropping a laser to knock it out. Let's see here. So, uneventful game from Nick. Hopefully we can see more out of his game. He has a really interesting deck. I want to see what's all in it. I know I played it I played it day 2 of the marathon. He had like a Landers in there, which kind of gave me trouble when I was playing Manectric Zapdos. But since I was playing the Zapdos, it did have the fighting resistance, so it kind of helped out in the long run. And I had the Harsh Arm too, so the Landers wasn't doing too much damage, but it did, I think, knock out a Mega Manectric. If I remember correctly. Okay, here I'm looking at Bronzor real quick to see if it has a lightning resistance. Okay, no. Bronzor does not have lightning resistance, but every time Aaron kept flipping over his lasers to knock out a Bronzor, I don't know why. Maybe he just want to do maximum damage or something. But basically, an uneventful game for Nick. I think it's his name. I hope it is his name. Let's see. I wrote down my notes. I just didn't write the people's last name. Nicholas. That's his name. Nicholas. So we can see Aaron's kind of in a rush. Aaron's kind of a jittery kind of guy. As you can see, he's drinking Mountain Dew. Sponsor, right? Hopefully, sponsor Mountain Dew. Come on now. But they're both fun to play against. I've played against both of them before. Well, I haven't played against Aaron before. I lied, but I have played against Nicholas a couple times. I'm not really sure where Nick is from. I usually see him when I go to the Tennessee areas or the Nashville areas. So maybe he's like in Alabama, Georgia. I'm not really sure. All right, but from Nick we see a Bronzor start and Aaron starts Seismatoad. Let's see. So he got double Flowstone in his hand. Professor Letter. Might as well play everything out in his hand before Aaron quick punches him, and he can't play anything. Let's see. I saw a Mewtwo in there. So I see a Dark Energy too. That is different. Yesterday not yesterday. When I played him in Franklin or Murfreesboro, he was playing Rainbow Energy. So maybe he's playing Dark now instead of Rainbows. So here's the Ultra Ball, 2 medals. Imagine he gets some kind of attacker. So Malamar EX, ooh, very nice. So Malamar has an ability, when you attach the energy to it, it makes your opponent's active go to sleep. So if Aaron can flip tails on this, he'll be kind of a weird situation. Huh. So it makes the Seismatoad go to sleep. It's a nice tech. I didn't see it on in Murfreesboro. I guess he must have added in going into Madison. So we see Floatstone going to both the Bronzors. For those who don't know, Floatstone gives Pokemon free retreat. Malamar also has an attack it's called Maximar, and for a dark in the colors. So you see, the Seismatoad does stay asleep. Okay. So sorry. For Maximar, it does 60 damage, or you flip as many coins as there is energies attached. And it does 60 times each heads. On Aaron's turn, we see a Sycamore DC going to the Seismatoad. Laser. And we see the Seismatoad still takes sleep. Bronzor takes 30. Can this Bronzor wake up? So now this Bronzor. Oh, I mean, if he has a switch, maybe a Keldeo too. But we see Aaron have a Verse Seeker and Metal Energy. He hasn't played a support yet, so the Verse Seeker is not going to be that useful right now. He could attach the metal to Malamar EX, and then next turn Maximar for 180 if he flips 3 hits. And we see Aaron, it makes the Seismatoad now confused. Alright, so the Bronzor gets knocked out because of poison. And Nick has an interesting decision. What does this end up? He says the Malamar, no point in sending the Bronzor, don't want to get knocked out if he wakes up. Which, of course, he does wake up. Alright, let's see what Aaron wants to do here. He does have another Juniper in his hand. Does he want to run through his deck? Let's see if Aaron can play the running game. How fast can he run through his deck? So see a Jirachi? Huh. One of these gonna grab. He has an and a Juniper in his hand. Maybe a Colress. So Team Flare Grunt. Team Flare Grunt discards an energy attached to the active Pokemon. So he's going to discard that Dark Energy, saying, no way, you're not Maximar. Meet the next turn, buddy. And here we see a quick punch for good old 30 damage. For those who don't know, quick punch does 30 damage, and your opponent can't play trainer cards. But as we see, Nick doesn't really have any trainer cards. All he has is a Verse Seeker, but no support in the discard pile. And on the Aaron's turn, he can get the Verse Seeker for the Flare Grunt. But here we're going to see Professor Juniper discarding like an N, Verse Seeker, Switch, some other stuff. I can't really see what was going on, what was all in there. Here we see a Muscle Man go to the Seismatoad, like I said earlier, adds 20 more damage. Ultra Ball, let's see what he wants to discard. And N, and Lysander. What does he want to get here? See, look at the Drifblim. Like I said earlier, Drifblim does 50 times as many special energies in the discard. I don't think Nick plays any. I think he took out the rainbows and added in darks. I could be wrong though. So another quick punch of 50 brings Mallow up to 80, and we see another pass. Nick's having a bad 2 games. Let's see here. For the flip tails, quick punch is going to do 80 more damage. And once again, Aaron is playing how fast can I deck out game. He's played 3 Junipers, so he's down maybe 30 cards. So let's see. He's going to do quick punch is going to do another 80. Oh, now it's going to do 80. Sorry. What do you think? Malamari X has 170 HP. I could be wrong. Let's see. 12, 13. Should be able to 160. Yeah. Good job to the judge. I'm not really sure who's sitting right there. Maybe Isaac. I'm going to say maybe Isaac. It doesn't look like Jarrett. But good job for Isaac catching that if that is him. And we see the Malamar does die to poison. Going back to Aaron's turn. Nick is just sitting there with 2 just 2 Verse Seekers not doing anything. I think Aaron was supposed to take hold on a second, there's something going on here. He's knocked out a Malamar and 2 Bronzor, so he should be down. Okay, so there we go. Isaac caught it. Basically, Aaron never drew a prize off the first Bronzor. So Isaac said, "Hey, just take a prize and discard it." You didn't really play anything else to alter it like an N or anything. So no, Aaron versus Verse Seeker, so not that big of a deal. But we see a laser. Flippin' tails. The Mewtwo is asleep. And now we saw Nick's turn. I mean Nick's hand. It is just double. Oh, that just double Verse Seeker. I can't remember what else is in there. So right now the Mewtwo is up to 70. This game might be over fairly quickly. I just wish Nick would have had a better turn. Oh, he flashes a 2 Verse Seeker and Ultra Ball. Just it's the downside of playing Verse Seeker. If you can't draw the supporters quick enough, you just sit there on your Verse Seekers, just passing. Let's see. Oh, and a Muscle Band. So that's a bad 2 games for Nick. I really want to see what the deck was like. It always stinks something like that happens. We saw Zerosic 2 at the bottom of Nick's deck. His deck's very interesting, and I want to see more of it. Just kind of stinks when you catch anything on camera. But congrats to Aaron making top 4. Congrats on Nick for making top 8. Like I said, I know he plays the VGC a lot. Hopefully we'll see him more TCG tournaments. I know he comes for the Tennessee Marathon every year. Hopefully he'll come to States. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments or anything, please let me know. I'll try my best to improve the videos by your comments. Like I said, I'll leave Nick's YouTube channel down below so you can see it and everything too. And if you like the video, please subscribe and have a good day. Thanks for watching.